What's going on, fellas? If you see my eyes cheating on you, you should know what's up. I'm up here watching it. We got home in the rough on 18, but I got to get this out. I can already tell they're not going to finish before it gets dark, so they're going to finish this round tomorrow morning. We know they're going to go off in threes tomorrow. We know what the cut is. We can talk about the weather. We got enough player stats. We got everything we need to do Showdown Hoedown, okay? So we're going to get started a little bit early, but just know when I'm looking above you, my eyes are cheating on you because I want to see what Max Homa does on 18. What's up, new guy? I'm the Degenerate 75. I'm a high-limit DFS player who is here to help you. Remember, the DFS is about having fun, enjoying the process, getting your money in good, not always losing, and, remembering this shit be tough, okay? That's what we're here to do. So if you like the cut of my jib, I encourage you to hang around. I'm not for everybody. I will warn you, some people have said, I don't like you. I'm not going to watch your show. Okay, fuck off. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to get going, but I got to ask you one simple question. I got to lead with this. I got a simple question for you, new guy. Did you play Patrick Rogers? Did you? You did, didn't you? That's why you're here. You're watching the Showdown Hoedown because you're playing round 3 Showdown because all your week-long lineups are dead because you played that donkey dick Patrick Rogers. Why? Why would we play Patrick Rogers? In the $200 single entry, he was 25% owned, the second highest owned player on the slate. What? Am I in a fucking alternate reality? Why? Because he's safe? Wait, okay, first of all, you guys need to understand something. In PGA DFS, there's no such thing as safe, okay? There's no safe players, okay? It's a highly volatile sport. Second of all, if there is safe players, they don't exist at $7,100. And if they did exist at $7,100, they sure as fuck are Patrick Rogers. What are we doing? My God, this isn't NBA where you got to eat the chalk, okay? Because, in NBA, some guys get too many minutes. Their usage is too high. I get it, right? Justin Jefferson gets too many targets to fade at NFL. I get it. This ain't that, brother. This is PGA. It's a different game, and playing 25% on Patrick Rogers is always a dumb fuck play. Yes, I'm spiking the football because he missed the cut, and I told you he was a dumb play. Maybe I am, but let me tell you this. Even if he did do well this week, you still weren't going to win because you're sharing those points with everybody. My God, play the game and stop listening to people and their stupid fucking picks. You're just lighting money on fire playing 25% on Patrick Rogers. God. It's all right. I'll help you get it back at Showdown. I'm sorry. You've probably already clicked off. I appreciate you 12 of you that stayed, you motherfathers. Hey, make sure to hang around to the end. I'll be doing some prize picks. I will be doing the top 4 players that are really good round 3 players. So hang around for that. You got to wait till the end, you slimy bastard. Let's go over to Cut Sweats. It is my favorite site out there. Make sure to use my code Degenerate75, all caps. And if you don't know, well, I played the Weather Edge this week, and I didn't go all in on it. I just used it to make all my tiebreakers. I figured the best scoring was going to be Thursday AM, and I ended up being right? They got really good, and the afternoon has played a lot easier day than it did yesterday. It ended up being about a 3/4 shot difference, but that doesn't tell the whole story because all of the best scores, when the guys were really lighting up this course, came Thursday AM, and that's why I really prioritized AM, PM guys in the stack. So I ended up with a 19-7 stack and 24 players in my player pool, something like that, and about 19 of them made the cut. So the 6-6 rate this week looks like it's going to be lingering right around 4% in all contests. Right now, you can see I'm about 11% in a lot of them, tons of 5 of 6s. But what you really want to know, oh, by the way, that might go up if my dude Nick Hardy can pull his head out of his ass. Who's the other one? I got one more. Oh, Fratelli. That'll get me up to like 20% because I got both of those guys sitting right there on the cut line. If you think all this is cool, you want to know how your lineups are doing, you want to see what players are the ones that you're sweating the most, who you're the most exposed to, all of that is over here at Cut Sweats. Go check it out. Use my code. Get half off the first month. Degenerate75 is the coolest damn site out there. Alrighty, let's talk about the course today, partner. How did it play? Well, it played harder. It played harder, Bob. That's the answer. The course played 3/4 of a shot over today, whereas yesterday it just played even. And I kind of saw this coming a little bit whenever we saw that it was going to be cold and windy in the morning, right? There was some gusts this morning, and it was cold. If you don't know, 2 things that really impact golf scoring are cold and wind. And they had a little bit of both of them this morning, so scoring was not easy. I actually tracked it, and from 8 to 11 was not good scoring conditions. 11 to 2 was peak scoring conditions, and then 2 to 5 were about like 8 to 11, pretty average scoring conditions. So you wanted to have guys out on the course as much of the round in 11 to 2, and that's all I did in round 2 Showdown today, is just try to get guys that were playing the majority of their holes in that 11 to 2 range. And cash lineup got there, my single entry got there, which is pretty easy. I just put every guy I wanted to fuck off: Patrick Rogers, Taylor Montgomery, Victor Hovland, John Rahm. Put all the guys I wanted to fuck off. It smashed. Easy lineup. Some big takeaways from the course today is it's showing more teeth than I thought it would. Okay, but a lot of that was done in the morning. If you go look at how the afternoon guys played, this course still played relatively close to even par. So I think we need to keep that in mind, because I think tomorrow, unless they put the flags in really difficult spots, this course is gettable. Oh shit, Xander's got a 2-footer for par to make the cut. All right, I'm sorry. All right, let's get to contest selection while I sit here and try to buy time while I watch this Xander putt. And you're like, why are you making the show before the round's even over? Because I know what's happening. We already know what's going to happen. They're going to blow the horn before it gets dark, and we're not going to have the stuff out, and I want to be first to market. Xander made it. He made the cut. We're live. Jungle JD's got a 5 of 6 and the 44-44, which you're like, you can't win the 5 out of 6. And that one you can, you motherfather. I choose to believe. All right. Contest selection tomorrow. I fucking hate it. You want the long answer? Okay, I'll give you the long answer. It sucks. There you go. $20. I don't like it. I hate when they do 50,000 on 175,000. That's like 30% to first. Get the fuck out of here. Tell him, Polly. Wait, I don't have Polly on. Get the fuck out of here. The 555. It is a third to first. Get the fuck out of here. None of you are playing the 2120, but if you were, it's 40% to first. Get the fuck out of here. The $200 single entry, which is one that can typically be good, 25% to first. Get the fuck out of here. So what are we going to play in? Like, what is there left to play in? Jesus, DraftKings, get it together. Well, of course, there's always my baby, the $10 18 max, which is always a nuts play. 10% to first. You know, they're not giving as much to second as I would like to see. They kind of fucked it up a little bit, but at least it's 10%, so it's close. That's a solid one if you want to play, you know, a reasonable amount of lineups. That's a good one to get in. The $44 club twirl I always enjoy. I really, you know, I noticed this $4 here, a little $4.20 max. This is nice. This is kind of like a miniature version of the one that I was doing, the 18 max $10. This one's pretty solid. So like this might be a good day to kind of get in some smaller tournaments. Don't worry about like I'm gonna win like $50,000. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. So just go play in some reasonable tournaments and not burn through all your money on fucking lottery contests. How about that, Bob? This $1. Is this a $1.20 max? Not bad. Not bad. There's actually some pretty decent 20 maxes. Maybe just make 20 lineups tomorrow and go throw them in all these 18 and 20 maxes, right? $5 single entry is always the nuts. The $12 single entry is always the nuts. If you want to practice your MME, go get in the 50 cent. But I'm telling you, man, a good thing to really do is try experimenting with some cash, especially in round 2 and round 3 where you don't have to factor in position points at all, right? It's basically just go play dudes that were really ball striking it, who are good players, who you know are going to break out the next day, make a whole cash lineup full of them, or play guys that you really want to fuck off and just know that they'll do well. That's what I did with John Rahm today. Why was he able to hit one off the stands and get it to 4 feet for an eagle on 17? I played him in my showdown lineup because I needed to mush him. So that's why he got it. There you go. He was destined for a great round when I played him. So those are some things you could consider doing for round 3 showdown to try to diversify your bankroll, play some cash, play in these smaller 20 maxes and stuff, quit chasing big hits, and then it's so much more sustainable because you got to remember you're trying to chase these big lotteries, and statistically, if you're putting 2 or 3 lineups in those, you will die 100 times before you will hit one of those once, okay? So like just know that you're like playing against the odds there. So you really want to get into contests where you have a real shot of hitting. All right, new guy. We check the weather first around here. I'm not going to ask you because this ain't the emergency stream, you motherfather. As you can see, no big deal. I pay for windy.com. I can afford the $18 a year. The big guy, things are going good over here for me. As you can see tomorrow, there's 6 different towers. I can go tell you what the other sites are saying, but they're just pulling from these 6 different projections, and all the projections seem to say the same thing other than this one, that is going to be very, very mild tomorrow, right? And even the one that says it's not going to be mild has it getting up to a blistering 9 miles an hour with 11 mile an hour gust. My God, man. My God. So, of course, Wind Finder's pulling the same thing, so they're going to show the same. Willy Weather pulling from these towers, they're going to show the same thing. And the Weather Channel, I've heard they suck, so we're not even going to talk about them. Here's what I'm going to draw from it. What I'm really looking at is this weather right here. It seems like the course, there's like a perfect little Goldilocks zone where in the morning it's too damn cold. And I can guarantee you these guys are probably, well, they're going to have to wait for round 2 to end. So they'll probably start round 3 around 8, I would guess. They're going to put them off in 3s. Maybe 9, because they don't have to do 2 waves tomorrow. So maybe I would guess around 9 o'clock they're going to start. I want my guys playing the majority of their round from about 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Why that time? Because look at that, right? That's when it starts to warm up. But you don't want it to warm up so much by the end of the day, 4 or 5 o'clock, because then the greens start to bake out. Then the course is all trampled. Those POA greens get a little bit bumpier when they got people's footprints all over them, right? So I think that I'm going to be targeting guys that are out there in that 10-2 range as much as possible. That's what you're going to want to do. The key is you're going to have your ass up in the morning, and you're going to have to look at the tee times. Furthermore, this is a great chance to have an advantage because I'm telling you, they're not going to finish this round tonight. And these guys that are just lingering around the cut line, if they go out in the morning and make the cut, not a fucking soul is going to play him, right? Because they're like, oh, he missed the cut. Or I don't want to wake up early and see if he did it, so I'm just not going to put him in there. So you might be able to get, I'm trying to think, maybe it was Wyndham Clark. Just use Dylan Fratelli because I know he's out on the course. He could make the cut. And if he does, not a soul will play him if he finishes tomorrow morning, okay? Only those guys that don't finish the round tonight, you want to be up in the morning and check that. You know how you can make your lineups real quick? You come right over here to the solver, right? And you use this. It is the best optimizer out there. It comes with all my projections, all my ownership loaded into it. All you simply got to do is come over here and click and use my landing page and get signed up for $25 a month for an optimizer. Bob, are we serious? He's serious. My God. It is the best optimizer out there. I can make hundreds of lineups in no time. This is why I don't worry about like, oh, I'm not going to have enough time. You always got time when you have an optimizer. Not to mention, it makes the best forms of your player pool. You make your player pool. You make your decisions. Don't listen to stupid fucking touts. And then have an optimizer make the best versions of your player pool. That's what we do over here at The Solver. All right, let's talk some guys that we might want to target mañana. That's tomorrow for all of you that are not as bilingual as I. All right, first thing I always want to look at, who killed it today? Lee Hodges, okay? Yeah, Lee Hodges. You got to play Lee Hodges tomorrow, man. He's played good 2 days in a row. He could never do bad tomorrow. Or he could. It's Lee fucking Hodges, okay? Patrick Cantlay, that rule doesn't apply to him. Patrick Cantlay looked unbelievable today. Just watching him, I was like, this guy's got everything going on. I don't apply the they can't have 2 good rounds in a row rule to studs. And Patrick Cantlay, as much as I don't like his boring-ass face, he is a stud. We got to acknowledge it. So, Thomas Dietrich, not chasing that round. Michael Thompson, you should definitely – I would put Michael Thompson in every one of my lineups. There's no way that he could ever not have a great round back-to-back. If you don't sense the sarcasm seeking out of my pores, then you need to click off, you dumbass. All right, Adrian Moronk, no way I'm chasing that, right? Guys like Homa, Rom, Morikawa, yeah, I'll chase those rounds, okay? Because they're unbelievable, and that just means they're playing well, and they can do it 58 days in a row because they're just on another level. The next thing I'm going to look at, we're like, who are some guys? Like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to go right down here. I'm going to go look at the cut. The cut is going to be +1 if you don't know. That's why I'm already making the show, because things I already know. A guy like Ricky Fowler, coming off a terrible round, making the cut on the number, looked horrible today. He could never do good tomorrow. He sucks. I told you Ricky sucks. Or he could. I'm telling you, these are the kind of guys you want to get after. Xander, I will tell you, people have gotten smart enough that Xander will be higher owned tomorrow than you think. But I still think he's a tremendous leverage play simply because his salary is going to be high enough that you're still going to be able to get him at a pretty good discount. Tiger, I think that people are going to play him more than they should tomorrow. That's my opinion. But I would be looking guys more like Nick Taylor, Matthias Schwab. Wyndham Clark is one of those guys. If he doesn't finish his round today, not a soul is going to play him tomorrow. Look at some of these guys at +2. Old Dylon, as I was just telling you, say he doesn't finish his round. He's got a birdie 18. No one will play him. Be up and check that. Maybe Nakajima gets 2 birdies coming home, right? These are guys that could still make the cut. So that is just a little tricky thing you could do to maybe get some guys at literally less than 1% ownership, right? Cam, the next thing I'm going to look at, any studs that did terrible today, right? Like right off the bat, I'm already seeing Cam Young, Bounce Back City, although I am starting to wonder if that little leprechaun's broke. Who else? Any other studs? Oh, Justin Thomas, Bounce Back City, but he was off with his irons today. He could never do good tomorrow. You're right. You shouldn't play him. I'll play. No, I won't play him. No one's going to play Thomas. So, from there, I'm just looking for guys like that. Terrell Hatton really spun his wheels today, but he ball struck the hell out of it. If you're a guy that just loves ball striking and wants short game regression, how are you not about some Terrell Hatton? From there, I'm going to go look at the single most important thing that is correlated to success in a single round. It is approach, and it is the thing that tends to carry over the most. So who are some guys that just absolutely roasted on approach? Luke List's approach this week is unbelievable. I'm pretty sure that's 2 rounds in a row he's done that. Tigala, look at that. Wow. Okay, but I like to find guys with really good approach who didn't have a great round. Like, look at Johnny Vegas today, man. Look at that round he had. Great ball striking, no short game, which I will tell you is kind of his thing. But normally he's really good off the tee and just an average approach player. So the fact that he had great approach today, kind of like it, Bob. Patton Kizzire? I don't know. Patton Kizzire can really putt, and when I see putting numbers like that, it makes me interested, especially if he's hitting his irons. Gary Woodland, 2 good approach days in a row. Is Gary unbroken? I'm so excited. Come on back, Gare Bear. We want you back in here. Scotty Scheffler is a guy that, man, I just watched his round today. It seemed like he had a 6 under in him today, and he didn't capitalize. So he could go either way tomorrow, but it's Scheffler, so I'd assume he's going to fucking tear it up. Shane Lowry. Big guy called it. You just play him. You just play long-term talent with big guys like that. The next thing I want to look at, anybody just kill themselves off the tee today, right? You always got to make sure you're looking at guys that made the cut. We don't care about all these assholes. They missed the cut. But a guy like S.H. Kim, okay, wow. He's the anti-ball striker. Let's find another example. Denny McCarthy, he was good at everything today. And you're like, he was only +1 on approach, 0.1. That's pretty good for Denny McCarthy, okay? He was just really bad off the tee. We know Denny can keep that hot putter going. Other people to consider, that were really bad off the tee today. Tiger Woods, really bad off the tee. Okay, Russell Knox, you missed the cut. Sam Ryder, that's an interesting one. Good approach. He did putt like an ass, or putted like a champion today, and I don't know how sustainable that is, but man, off the tee, sustainable. Sustainable that it can't be that bad is what I'm trying to say here, okay? Okay. Around the green. Was anybody just horrific around the green? Once again, it hasn't. Oh, man. Cam Young, if you're a guy that thinks that they can't be that bad 2 days in a row, Fleetwood, another guy that was just horrific around the greens, Hadwin. Now, Hadwin's a guy, like, he picked up at everything today other than around the green. If he's just not an asshole around the green, he probably shoots an even round par today. And he's a bounce back. And you're going to get him at a discount. And he has good course history here. And I'm pretty sure Adam Hadwin's a pretty good round 3 score. You'll have to wait till the end to see, you motherfather. Anybody else? Anybody else? Let's see. Yeah, Xander. Xander just reeks of just blowing up tomorrow. He'll either shoot +8 or -8 tomorrow. He'll be right back in this thing or be out. So those are some things I'm going to be looking at, right? From there, I think all we need to do is talk about PrizePicks and really good round 3 scores. But before we do that, let me tell you about look, I got it on Spieth. I was showing off that picture. This is my website, dgen75.com. It is the coolest community out there. We are growing every day. As I showed on the video the other day, just look at this community. These are all my people from my community. Look at all of them flying the flag. Just giving a shout out to all my boys, because this ain't about me. It's about us. It's about what we're doing. We own Showdown. We're pretty good at week long too. And we remember the most important thing, that PGA DFS, you ain't going to become a rich fucking professional at it, right? There's like less than 100 guys in the world doing that. But you can be a long-term sustainable player, and you can have fun with it. And that's what the fucking point is. And if you don't know that, well, then you're not going to want to be a part of this community. But I also have the best tool out there. Every round 3, round 4, and for week long, I have the Rosetta Stone, which takes all the sweaty work that I do and it puts all the useful stats that you need to know. Who's good on approach? Who is due for a short game regression, a bad round regression? Who's good historically at round 3? Who's a good cash play? Who's a good pivot? Who's the sleepers? Who's the high leverage guys? How good is their pricing? All of that. It's all right there. You reference it. I take hours and hours of work and do it where you can go do everything you need to do in less than an hour, which, let's face it, when the round ends at 8 o'clock on Friday night and you got to have them in by 8 o'clock Saturday morning, some of y'all have lives. Not all of you can just sit around like me and fucking stare at a computer all day. So it's really nice to have. Don't forget, no ads on this video. Never any ads on my video, you motherfather. So please drop a like and a subscribe. Tell a friend about me, because YouTube fucking refuses to share me, even though I'm blowing up. Motherfathers. Reach out to me on Twitter. I'm only over there. I don't Twitter anymore, but I will respond to your DMs. Reach out to me. I'll never blow you off, because I'm not like a content creator that like doesn't have time for you and stuff, okay? All right, I promise you I would. Here's 4 guys that you'll want to look out for. They're really good round 4 scores. Taylor Moore. Oh, my God. Wait, I did this earlier, and these fuckers missed the cut. All right, so you're only going to get 2, because I'm pretty sure Cameron Champ missed the cut too, all right? Tommy Fleetwood and Seamus Power. If you want the whole damn list, just come over and get the Showdown package over on my website. You'll get the whole fucking list, all right? I'm sorry. For PrizePicks, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're going to get after this course tomorrow. There's going to be great conditions. Saturday is charging day. They are going to be attacking flags, especially the rich fucks that don't give a shit. And if I see studs that they are putting 3.5 birdies on, I'm over on that all day and twice on Sunday. First of all, there's 5 really scoreable holes on this course, right? Saturday is the one day that they make 10 gettable, right? I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm not lying. But definitely the par 5s are gettable too. And then a couple of the par 4s aren't too bad. So because of that, I will be playing the over on 3.5 birdies. If they put it out to 4.5, then I pump the brakes. Then maybe I start looking at strokes. And if they're hanging anything around even par or maybe 1 under for the studs, I'm taking the unders on that. I don't love a lot of overs tomorrow for strokes, and I don't love a lot of unders for birdies tomorrow. Even though the course is playing tougher than I thought, if you got a guy who's going out in that Goldilocks 10-2 zone, and they're going to be playing 12, 14 of their holes in that range, I would be taking overs on birdies and unders on strokes because I think they're going to get after this course, and there won't be a lot to protect it tomorrow except early in the morning when it's going to be cold and late in the afternoon when it's going to be baked out and crusty, okay? That is my opinion. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this show. Oh, my God, I almost forgot. Don't forget the Sunday Tilt is coming up this Sunday. Me and Jungle JD are going to be watching golf live at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, Lord's time zone. Be there. Come hang out and watch golf with us. We'll have it on. We'll be talking. We'll be sweating lineups. Be in the chat. Be there. It'll be a good time. I hope to see you there. I hope to see you tomorrow for round 4 showdown. But right now, I hope you enjoy my new mother father outro I came up when I was buzzed today. Enjoy, you mother father.